again, the history of the territorial, the Pioneer Gold is just so incredible. But I really want to focus a little bit on rarity because we have some phenomenally rare coins here. Let's get back to our home state, California. And before we talk about a few of the pieces here that are beyond rare, we'll put it up on the screen, but we have, of course, no Pioneer Gold collection is complete without the famous $50 slugs. And there's some fantastic examples, including, if believe it or not, an MS-63. Look, San Francisco, as you can imagine, was a wide open town in the 1850s. The miners came to town, the sailors were in town. They weren't looking to save coins for you and me, they were looking to have a good time. So this stuff was spent, it was used. And phenomenally, there's a incredible Mint State 63, 1851 $50 slug in this collection. There's also much more rare is the Wasp Molitor and Company $50 piece. This is the MS-63, probably second finest known after the Garrett coin.
Absolutely.
You know, were a couple of great collections. The Garrett collection, of course, put together around the turn of the century, sold in 1979, 1980. The Clifford Kagan collection, one of the best ever, and now this collection is starting to really fill in. But you want to tell us, before we get into a couple of really rare pieces, about the $50 gold slug. That's always been a favorite of mine.
Well, interesting enough, we don't know why the government came up with the idea of a $50 gold slug. We know that there was a lot. Gold was discovered in January 1848. Within a year, there was a lot of agitation by the merchants to, hey, we need some money here. We need some medium of exchange. We can't continue to use this gold dust. So while individuals started to, in middle 1849, to start issuing their own coins, there was agitation to the federal government to establish a mint in California. But there was a lot of jealousies with New York and Philadelphia, who had the only mint. It took them 6 years to create a San Francisco branch mint in San Francisco. So in the meantime, finally in 1851, the government made a compromise in Congress. We'll appoint an assayer to bring out dies for a $50 gold piece that could circulate for money in California, and they came up with this $50 gold piece with the eagle on it and the engine turning like on a watch at the time. So they brought out the dies, and my name Augustus Humbert was appointed the U.S. assayer, and they started issuing these $50 gold pieces, and they issued hundreds of thousands of them. I mean, they issued a lot, and they were used in commerce. And today, they epitomize the whole field of Pioneer Gold. 2.5 ounces of gold, $50, used in gambling, casinos, and trade, whatever. Unfortunately, the government, in its infinite wisdom, forgot to authorize lower denominations for over a year. There was only the 50s. There were no 20s, 10s, 5s. So they were difficult to use, but nevertheless, they did widely circulate.
The $50 gold slug, used in the casinos, the bars, for who knows what. I see your 50 and raise you 50. I would like to say that with a $50 slug. How amazing these coins are. And let's talk about a few of the really mega rarities. There's a Massachusetts and California piece. I think, David, help me here, 4 known?
3 or 4, yeah.
3 or 4 known, just, I'm sure they'll put it up on the screen.
And that's far and away the finest. There's no comparison.
The MS-63 in this collection, absolutely the finest I've ever seen.
Brand collection, yes. And then
from the famous
Clifford,
brand collection, then Clifford Kagan.
And exquisitely toned. That's one of the most attractively toned gold coins I've ever seen.
And then, of course, we have one of the most famous coins, and we'll put a picture up on the screen for you, the Baldwin Cowboy. Don, could you?
The Vaquero Cowboy was used, and this is from the Baldwin Company. Unfortunately, they didn't last very long. One of the rivals to Baldwin and Company in 1849 was a man by the name of James King of William. and he was also a muckraker. But we believe in cahoots with another company like Moffat and Company, and Augustus Humbert, the assayer, original assayer. He sent the coins, Baldwin coins, and some other early Pioneer Gold producers. Their coins were sent in to be assayed, and then the results were published in a newspaper showing that many of these coins were not worth what they purported to be. Instead of being worth $10, they were only worth $8 of gold. And then some of them were almost worth gold, but had silver in it, but they didn't account for the silver, which actually brought maybe it up to the $10. But at that time, people thought, oh, all of these private gold coins were debased, and they sent them in to be melted, and then there was scathing editorials about the swindle the Baldwin and Company was creating with these debased coins, and the next thing you know, Baldwin's kicked out of town. So they didn't last very long, but they're very colorful and interesting.
As I started at the beginning, I said it was a privilege for PCGS to grade these incredible coins. We did put them at Don and his client's request in our special new PCGS Severe holder. So we took images of the coins. The images will be up on CoinFacts. Many of these are condition-sensitive examples, which we've listed as such among the finest known for the particular coins, again on PCGS CoinFacts. Don and David, it's just a pleasure to grade the coins and for you to share this fabulous collection with us and allow us to put up online for the world to see. You've decided to name this collection the
Fall River Collection.
The Fall River Collection
client,
at your client's request.
Yes.
It's the name he chose.
How long has he been working on this set?
Probably around 25 years, I think.
I asked him actually the other day. He said 35 years.
Is it that long?
35 years.
I guess so. Am I
This is not, as I said at the beginning, this is one of the rarest areas in terms of coin rarity in the entire numismatic marketplace. These coins are difficult to find, difficult to locate. To see 30 of these rarities in one spot is truly amazing, and the dedication that your client has shown definitely shows in this collection. And just everybody think about that. For 35 years, and there's 30 coins. Last time I was in school, that's less than one coin a year this guy can find. Again, the rarity, the historical importance, what a pleasure to grade these great coins.
Absolutely.
It's great to see them all in one place, all in the same kind of holder too. It's interesting. You get to really compare and see them well.
And my congratulations and admiration to your client. And to both of you guys as usual.